Welcome to this ICF Slalom podcast episode, part of the series running until the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. We bring you the inside stories from around the globe from the people who make canoe slalom so special. Here's your host, John Gregory.
A warm welcome to the latest ICF Slalom podcast episode. Thanks for joining me. World Cup 1 on the unpredictable Tacen course in Ljubljana, Slovenia, set us up for a fast start to the 2026 International Canoe Slalom and Kayak Cross season. Today I'm joined by each of our winners from World Cup 1 in Tacen, Xabi Ferrazzi from Italy, Alina Hocevar from Slovenia, Tereza Kneblova from Czechia, Ziga Hocevar from Slovenia, Camille Prigent from France, Sam Lever from Great Britain, and Alena Marx from Switzerland. First, let's hear from Xabi Ferrazzi, winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 and former junior world champion. I started noting that we have seen him fastest in the heats in recent races and congratulating him on his first World Cup race win. I also asked about his upcoming season.
Yeah, for me, it's always been hard to perform at my best at the senior finals over the past few years. I used to feel like everything had to be perfect, but I understand that in canoe slalom, perfection is almost impossible to achieve. So this year I worked a lot on that mindset, and obviously the experience that I've gained over the past years, it helped me to understand how to handle a final run. And yeah, racing in Tacen, it's never easy because the water change a lot, but I train there quite a lot, so it feels almost like it's my home course. I know the river very well, and yeah, that helps, obviously. This year, me and my team decided to spend a lot of time training in Po because we think it's the best place in Europe to train during the winter. It never gets too cold and it's pretty warm. And yeah, I'm definitely very happy with how things are going so far. It's been a good start of the season, but I know it's a long one, and every race is different, every course is different. So yeah, let's keep it up. Yeah, I have a very busy season ahead of me. I'll be competing in all the World Cups races, and as well as the Under-23 World Championship in Krakow and the Senior World Championship in OKC. Yeah, I hope I'll be able to manage all those races in the best possible way, but I also know it's not going to be easy. And yeah, this year it's also the start of Olympic qualification process, so my main focus will be the Senior World Championship and the last two World Cups.
That was Xabi Ferrazzi. He was a men's kayak winner of a World Cup 1 in Tacen. He talked to us as he arrived in Prague, Czechia. Next, back after our last episode, is Alina Hocevar, winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in K1 Women, silver in C1 Women, and reigning Under-23 world champion. I started by congratulating her on her first World Cup win and being on the podium between two Olympic champions, as well as her hopes for the season.
So first of all, thank you for the congratulations. I still feel like I haven't fully processed what I achieved this weekend. I didn't think I would be able to be so successful. And yes, winning a World Cup race for the first time means a lot to me. Last season I finished second 3 times, which made this win even more special. So yeah, step by step. And to do it in front of my home crowd, my family, friends, at the venue where I learned my very first strokes, made it even more special, more surreal. So yeah, it was really an amazing memory. On Friday, my kayak final run was really good. I felt the speed during paddling, and even before the finish line, I knew I put together a really fast run. And then I saw the time, 81 seconds, and I was like absolutely happy and thrilled. I was like, whoa. And I felt that it can be enough for the podium. And then when I won, I was really, really happy. And yes, standing on the podium alongside two queens of our sport, two Olympic champions, was completely surreal. And yeah, especially standing between them. So yeah, I'm sure this photo goes on the wall, and it will stay in my memory for forever. So the next day, Saturday, was even more stressful. I was really, really nervous before the qualification run, and I'm actually surprised that I managed to calm myself down and put together a good run, because I was really nervous. And then standing last in the final after winning the day before was even more difficult. Expectations were high from me and from media, and I'm extremely pleased that I delivered another great run and managed to earn another podium. Because also before my start, I watched Tereza's run, and I knew it was a really, really good one. So, to be honest, I was quite surprised that I managed to get so close to her time. So, yeah, I was really happy with the second place. And it was just amazing finish of slalom part of the weekend. So, yeah, overall was an amazing weekend, and it has given me a lot of confidence for the next races, but my main goals remain the same. I want to focus on my runs. I want to perform as well as possible in every run, and I believe that if I put together a run that I am capable of, I have a lot of chances to win more medals in the future in the next races.
That was Alina Hocevar, winner of the K1 Women and silver in C1 Women in Tacen. She represented Slovenia in C1 Women and kayak cross at the Olympics in Paris. She talked to us as she arrived in Prague, Czechia. Next, I chatted with Tereza Kneblova, winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in C1 Women and previous World Cup race winner in kayak cross. I started by congratulating Tereza on her win before asking what we should expect for the next World Cup race on her home course in Prague.
Thank you very much. My final run was really good. I finally really enjoyed it, and I was finally able to put down a good run in the final because I don't remember the last time when I actually did it. So it was such a good feeling, and I'm so grateful for that, and I hope it will continue like that in the rest of the season. The Tacen course is really specific, and I think it's really hard to get used to it, but somehow I manage it, and I think sometimes in Tacen you just like pedal on a good water and it's really good, and the next run it's completely different. So I think I was a little bit lucky there, but yeah, sometimes I put down a good run there, but I hope it's gonna be like that for in other races also. So we will see. I hope it will be the same in Prague. So the World Cup in Prague is such a special race for me. And I think it's a really good experience for everyone there because for paddlers it's really good atmosphere. I think it's one of the best races I ever compete in. So that's really good for paddlers and also for spectators. I think it's a really good show. I hope it's going to be the same this year. I expect a great atmosphere because we have the best commentators there, and I think like the atmosphere in Czech in general it's just so good. The people are cheering for everyone no matter what. So I'm expecting a really great experience because last year it was just incredible. I raced there only on cross, but like made it to the final in my home. It was I think the biggest moment for me in my career. So I hope it's gonna be the same this year, and I hope everyone's gonna enjoy it because it's such a good event, and I think everyone should go there and see it. So see you there.
That was Tereza Kneblova, winner of the C1 Women in Tacen. She talked to us from back home in Prague, Czechia. Next, I invited Ziga Hocevar to contribute. He was the winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in C1 Men and kayak cross head-to-head. He is the reigning junior world champion in kayak cross.
First of all, thank you for congratulating me. Yeah, it was pretty amazing weekend. Very stressful, of course, especially with those exams in the morning and racing World Cup in the afternoon. After 4 years of high school, you do like the last exam. This week I had Slovene and English language. Yeah, I had them in the morning. It was pretty stressful, but in the end I had like 1 hour to prepare for qualifications on Saturday. On Friday it was a little bit easier with like I had to do only training. So yeah, on Saturday when I arrived at the course, I was still a little bit under pressure of exam, but somehow I managed to calm myself down and just focus on the race. I was way more stressed about the race than exam. Qualis went pretty okay. I did a controlled run, which was the most important thing. And yeah, in the final, I was in between the qualis and final. I was really, really tired, like mentally, especially because it was quite lots going on. I did not have the best sleep, but it's pretty normal, I guess, for a day like this. And then for the final, I just tried to focus and gather some energy. Red Bull gave me some adrenaline as well, so I was pretty hyped. And in the final, I just put everything on the table. I think I had like a pretty controlled run. Everything was going as a plan, and except for a few gates where I missed the timing maybe a little bit, but still the run was pretty dope. And yeah, I won. I mean, it's pretty good, I guess. There is no such feeling as winning a World Cup race at home because yeah, everybody came to watch you, like friends, family, like really lots of people. So it gives you extra energy and also a little bit of pressure because you want to show them what you worked for. So it was a special day. I mean, I hope I'll have them as much as I can in my life, but already having 3 or 2 or 4 of them now, it's way more than I expected. So yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to live those moments. In the next morning on Sunday, our time trials were pretty solid. I did some mistakes, but were not too big, so I finished 7. And then in the heats and to the semis, I just went step by step, every time full gas. I really enjoyed the hype from the spectators and everything. It was a really, really good race. For me, one of the best I've experienced because yeah, I just like racing kayak cross. I think it's really good atmosphere, and yeah, people are really interested in kayak cross. I think it's much more exciting, so that's why I wanted to put on a good show. And till the final was everything was going to a plan, and then in the final I just said, okay, just go for it, like attack full gas. It doesn't matter who's next to you, you just have to do your job. Then I had a perfect start, did the first 2 gates really, really nice, and yeah, I was just pedaling control and yeah, like just control till the final, and then I started enjoying my win a little bit earlier than like a little bit before the finish. Yeah, I think it was like a really great weekend, especially with the first win of like Eva's first win on Friday was really like the start of the best weekend we had in our life, probably. I'm quite sure. So it was a really, really a good few days to be alive, I guess.
That was Ziga Hocevar, winner of the C1 men and kayak cross head-to-head in Tacen. He talked to us as he arrived for training in Prague, Czechia. Next, happy to hear again from Camille Prigent. She was the winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in kayak cross individual. She's the reigning World Cup Series champion in kayak cross individual too.
So yeah, I'm super happy about this win on the kayak cross individual in Tacen. I did finish last season with a win on the World Cup overall on this discipline, so it's pretty cool to see that I'm still at a good level, and I think it's a good indicator that I'm in good shape and I can perform in all three events. So yeah, I'm really happy about this one, and it's only the beginning of the season, so I'm really excited for everything that's coming, and yeah, super happy about this start. And yeah, it's always a bit special in Tacen because the water is changing quite a lot. Sometimes you feel like everything is easy, and sometimes you're just struggling the whole way down and you feel like you're fighting against the water, which happened in my slalom final on Friday. So I was quite happy to have a really smooth run in the time trial, way more like with the water, and everything felt a bit, I wouldn't say easy because it's always heavy in that boat, but much easier than some of my time trials in the training. So I was super happy about that. And when I saw the board on the finish line, I was so happy to see I was like 3 seconds ahead. It was a really good run, I think.
That was Camille Prigent, winner of the kayak cross individual in Tacen. She represented France at the Olympics in Paris. She talked to us from Prague, Czechia. Next, I turn the microphone around on Sam Lever. He was the winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in kayak cross individual. He's the reigning World Cup Series champion in kayak cross individual.
Yeah, obviously it's a good feeling to win a World Cup. I didn't win any last season as well, so it's nice to make up for that. But I have to say, after the winning the World Cup overall in the time trial last season, I was a bit like apprehensive, I guess, about the first race of the season because I just didn't really know, it's a new season, everything resets, everything refreshes, and I kind of felt like really prove it to myself that I kind of did deserve to be up there. So yeah, then when I put down that run and I won, I was like, yeah, it made me feel really good, like quite confident. It wasn't just kind of a lucky year or anything, and that, yeah, those skills in the time trial are definitely there. Annoyed about the way that head-to-head went, but, sometimes in kayak cross head-to-head, things just happen, and you got to get a bit of luck on your side sometimes to get through the rounds. It's hard to be consistent, so yeah, up there, top 8, finish in the end, not too bad. Yeah, hope we're better in Prague this weekend in the head-to-head, as you say. Yeah, I've never medalled there. I've only done one World Cup, but I've done a couple of world ranking races. I came second at a slalom world ranking race in 2023. That was like one of my first ever senior results, actually. So Prague was always kind of like special to me. And then after that, to be honest with you, I've not done great here. So yeah, I'm trying to right that little wrong this weekend. I get to race it in slalom as well. The first like real big slalom race I've got here in Prague. So I think that'll be really exciting. Hopefully there's a big crowd and stuff. Hopefully I can make it into the slalom final, and then another good time trial will put me in good stead in the kayak cross head-to-head, and then yeah, we just got to see what happens round to round. Certainly from a time trial perspective, trying to get another medal, get on the podium again, sort of start to cement myself in the World Cup overall standings again would be really great. Yeah.
That was Sam Lever, winner of the kayak cross individual in Tacen. He's the reigning World Cup Series champion and under-23 world champion in kayak cross individual. He talked to us from Prague, Czechia. Finally, I invited Alena Marx to the podcast for the first time. She was the winner of the Tacen World Cup 1 in kayak cross head-to-head. She's the reigning world champion in kayak cross individual. I started by asking her what confidence this win in Tacen gives her for the season ahead.
So this weekend was quite amazing. I was so happy and also a bit surprised about how good it went. normally Tacen is not my favorite course at all. I think it's fun to paddle, but it's also quite hard because the weather changes so much. But last weekend worked out so well, and I think I start to like it more and more. Winning a medal at the World Championships last year gave me so much more confidence and motivation. So during the winter I tried to train more and get better and learn more skills in the boat. And sometimes I also felt stuck a bit. I felt like it didn't go forward enough. And now it's even better to see that it was actually worth it. And I'm just having so much fun on the moment in the boat and enjoying the process. So this last weekend will give me more motivation to continue working on my skills. I'm really looking forward to the most important competitions this year, the Olympic qualifiers. I'm excited to go to Oklahoma and race on a new course. And of course, I'm really happy to go to Ivrea since it's really close to Switzerland and it feels a bit like home. So I think a big season is ahead and I'm excited for what's coming.
That was Alena Marx, winner of the kayak cross head-to-head in Tacen. She represented Switzerland at the Olympics in Tokyo and Paris. She talked to us from Prague, Czechia. It turns out that our predictions were pretty good. Thanks to my guests today, Xabi Ferrazzi, Eva Alina Hocevar, Tereza Kneblova, Ziga Hocevar, Camille Prigent, Sam Lever and Alena Marx. Our next episodes will bring results and insights from World Cup 2 in Prague, Czechia, winners last time out in Prague for World Cup 3 in 2025, where Evie Leafarth from USA and Titouan Kastrik from France in kayak, Susanna Pankova from Slovakia and Nico Gestan from France in canoe. And in kayak cross at last year's Prague World Cup race, Jess Fox from Australia and Gabrielle de Costa from Belgium were fastest in the individual, and Tereza Kneblova from Czechia and Finn Butcher from New Zealand in the head-to-head. I'm John Gregory, thanks for listening. If you enjoy the podcast, tell other people, send them a like, follow or write a review. And if you need more, keep reading Ettore Evaldi's brilliantly insightful and eloquent blog. Stay safe.
That's it for now, but please subscribe to the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or YouTube and leave a review too. Until the next episode, keep it fast and clean.